Hello there, my beautiful movie peeps. I have finally returned home after spending a day at New York City for the red carpet world premiere of Deadpool and Wolverine, and then immediately flying out of New York all the way to LA so I can catch a screening of Transformers 1 I was invited to, and then immediately flying back home to Dallas where, I ain't gonna lie to you, Daddy's exhausted. But I'm extremely grateful I get opportunities like this because of you guys, and to mark the occasion, I even added something to the set. Since Deadpool and Wolverine was the first red carpet premiere I ever went to, I think having my Deadpool costume on a mannequin is a good way to symbolize that achievement for the channel. All thanks to you guys who support me. Let's get into some movie news though. I missed some stuff while I was gone. Some of the things we'll be discussing here today, guys, is we got the trailer for Terrifier 3. Definitely want to dive into that. Skibidi Toilet is actually getting a cinematic universe. What brain rot world did I just step into? Along with some updates in the Batman universe that I was highly anticipating. Oh, we're going to be diving into that along with so much more, but I'm going to need you guys to give me your opinions down below with everything we discuss here today. Timestamps will be in the description. And like I just mentioned with all my traveling stuff, it's made me super late on a lot of content. I promised you guys. I am still working on the X-Men review video, but those will be a little bit delayed now. I'm gonna get a spoiler review out for Deadpool and Wolverine once the movie's released. But heck, on that note, there will be no live stream this Friday because I really just think there's gonna be so many spoilers accidentally put out there. So instead of live streaming Friday, I'm going to live stream on Sunday, but it'll be a fully dedicated live stream to you guys talking spoilers for Deadpool and Wolverine with me, your favorite moments, your least favorite moments. So stay tuned on the channel for that Sunday live stream. But okay, getting into it here, let's start off with the trailer for Terrifier 3. I cannot wait to have Art the Clown back into our lives, and this looks to be like another bloody crazy adventure. I really started digging the low budget but kind of grainy look that they go for with these movies. They recently released VHSs for Terrifier 2 in Walmarts. Didn't get a chance to snag one of those, but somehow the Terrifier movies look like they look best on VHS. Like they just have that vibe. I'm really liking seeing Art in his clown outfit. There's a lot of other bloody sneak peek sequences. I mean, he makes a freaking snow angel with blood everywhere. Or I should say ketchup for that YouTube algorithm. I really wonder if he's gonna stay in the Santa Claus costume for the entirety of the movie. While I am looking forward to like the shock and violence and crazy kills that Art the Clown is gonna have in here, I really am hoping the story brings it home. It connects the dots in places I would want, and that's the strongest aspect of this movie, because after a while, just there's only so much shock and gore you can get before you're like, eh. The next trailer that we got released that I also definitely want to talk about is the second trailer for Joker 2. And man, they just continue to hit a high with these trailers. This was a fantastic one, man. Just really beautiful, capturing the atmosphere and tone of what this movie's going for. I cannot wait to see Lady Gaga and Joaquin Phoenix interact as Joker and Harley. Just the little teases of what we're going to get from their relationship throughout this movie makes me feel like it's really going to be worth it. Even the aspect that a lot of people were worried about, the musical aspect of this movie, doesn't look like it's going to be an overbearing part of the film. It really just feels like this is more a movie where music is in it as opposed to a movie where musical numbers happen. But I like the direction this is headed in. I'm hoping it lives up and this is a worthy sequel. I did have some nitpicks and trepidations with the first Joker movie, but I can't help but to be excited for this second one. And well, talking about another trailer that as of me recording right now has not been released, but is promised to be released today, is a new trailer for Transformers 1. Now, the reason I'm going to talk about this trailer before even having seen it is because, well, your boy already saw the entire movie. I got an email a couple of weeks ago that if I wanted to be one of the first people to watch Transformers 1 in LA, of course I wanted to do that, especially since the movie doesn't come out for like another 2 months. Unfortunately though, I am not allowed to give a review of the movie yet. That's one of the things they did ask of me. I'm only allowed to give you my social media reaction, so let me read that for you. Coming out of theater, I said, Transformers 1 is going to make both old and new fans smile real big. This silly family adventure slowly turns into a dark and gripping origin for Optimus and Megatron. Gorgeous animation, creative fight sequences, and an epic third act. Not perfect, but a solid great start for more. And look, that's really coming from someone who's a casual Transformer fan. I was there with a lot of other diehard Transformer fans, and even the audience itself, they were roaring, clapping at some things I didn't understand. Like when some certain Autobots, Decepticons, or Transformers lore was brought up, you can tell there was a lot of love and care done for this movie. I wish I could go more into the things that bothered me and really excited me about this movie, but I have to be careful not to make this a review. I will say though, I'm seeing some people say, this is the Spider-Verse for Transformers. I don't know if I'm willing to go that high up, but I am willing to say this is the mutant mayhem for Transformer fans. And by that I mean this is an IP that has been around for a long time, but it's been reignited for a new audience. And although it's very much directed for a new audience, I think old fans are still going to find appreciation with it. So yeah, I look out for the trailer later today. I would talk about it, but since I've seen the whole movie, it'd be a dishonest trailer breakdown or reaction because I would obviously tell you what every scene means in the context of the film. But I am excited for you Transformer fans to see that movie. Moving on here, guys, sorry if you're over the age of 25, but now it's time for Brain Rot 3C. We got the announcement. Skibidi Toilet is going to be getting a film and television franchise that's in the works from Michael Bay. No cap, buddies, okay? Go to Ohio, hit up Duke Dennis. They are getting Michael Bay, the king of showing gats. And for the next couple of years, they're going to be edging us with the promise of a Skibidi Toilet movie. You cringing yet? I hate that I know all these words. But the Skibidi Toilet Risk movie is something I never thought would actually be a thing. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about and you're like, Chris, what did you just say? What this Skibidi Toilet thing basically boils down to is a literal head popping out of a toilet and singing a song. More specifically, the series depicts a conflict between singing human head toilets and titular Skibidi toilets and humanoids with CCTV cameras, speakers, and televisions in place of their heads. It's basically a war between toilet head people and camera head people. Look, it's just something that if a 7-year-old watches on YouTube, they dig it. This is one of those cases of a viral meme that has a gigantic following online and Hollywood thinking, we could cash in on that, baby. I mean, they literally provide us with a graph of the views in comparison to DC, Jurassic World, Marvel, Star Wars, and the YouTube views for this Skibidi Toilet stuff online outview those of Marvel, Star Wars, and whatnot. So when Hollywood sees that, they think extremely popular IP, let's make some content out of it. Now, I think this is a terrible idea. Not because I'm getting old and this is barely a meme, I understand, but because stuff like this just doesn't translate well for movies. You gotta remember, sometimes the reason this stuff works is, for one, because it's free to watch online. Two, these are like 3-4 minute clips just meant to like entertain you for a bit. It's become a meme, so it just has this funny aspect in a community of people who are adding on to this ridiculous factor. When you take all that away and you charge us, so you make a movie, you make it 10 times longer, so like what, an hour and a half, 2 hours long, and you corporify it, basically try to make it also accessible to general audiences who know nothing about Skibidi Toilet, you absolutely ruin and kill the meme, making fans of the stuff not even want to watch it. But honestly, who knows? Maybe this will be a big hit. Although Michael Bay is attached, it doesn't say here that he'll be directing or making the movie. Heck, they even have it here that a current idea for the Skibidi Toilet movie may be a hybrid animated live-action thriller stylistically similar to John Wick movies and District 9. Part of me just wants to see it happen for the craziness that this will be and how many views I could probably squeeze out of it. But there's also something in my gut that's telling me this is never actually going to make it past the cameras. They're not actually going to make this movie, and this is just one of those times where they say they're going to make something based off a viral hit, and they never do. I mean, do you guys remember when they announced the Big Eye Betty movie? I can't say her actual name because YouTube still has a policy where saying her name automatically demonetizes your videos since children were hurting themselves to her challenge, but there was a whole Twitter account announcement made for it, and movie never got made. This is what I think is going to happen. Skibidi Toilet's going the way of Big Eye Betty and disappearing. But please leave me your best brain rot comment on this movie news. And well, moving on here, talking a little bit about San Diego Comic-Con. I'm sure we're going to have a lot more announcements and maybe cool things to talk about throughout the rest of the weekend. I mean, Kevin Feige has already been revealing a couple of stuff with Marvel, but I'm going to save it until they have their Hall H panel. That way I can have it all done in one big video for you guys. But on the other side of that, DC, we do have some updates with them. For one, in the Batman universe, Matt Reeves has officially given a name to the Robert Pattinson cinematic universe with his this character, calling it the Batman Epic Crime Saga. It's much better than Sony's spin-off universe name. But because they have the Penguin panel there and they're going to be revealing some more stuff, we are already getting a little bit of details about the Batman Part 2. For one, they do confirm that the Penguin takes place 1 week after the Batman, and that the Penguin is going to serve as the obvious bridge between the first film and the second movie. Not just that, but that they're already looking for their next TV show based off Matt Reeves' Batman universe. This is honestly excellent news, because we were seeing they were canceling stuff for this Batman world. They had already canceled 2 different shows. They delayed the Batman Part 2 by like 2 years. It seemed like they were gearing us up to let us know this universe is canceled, although I really hope not. But them letting us know that no, we're still continuing on. We're giving you a name to this cinematic universe, and we're trying to think of another show to bring you guys. Robert Pattinson is going to continue being Batman, thank goodness. I really like that world Matt Reeves has set up. So now all is to wonder, what could be the next show in this universe? So they were already going to do an Arkham Asylum show. They stopped that. Okay, fine. They were going to do a show based on the police department in Gotham City. They also stopped that. Okay, so that's 2 options gone. The only other thing I can think of is a solo dedicated show to the origin of the Joker in the Batman universe with Barry Keoghan. Kind of like a year 1 situation, and that show could end with him getting arrested by Batman and being put in prison. I think that would work really great in a show format. And it would also fall along with the theme of, you know, villains getting shows in this universe, just how like the Penguin is getting one. I know some people might throw out a Catwoman show and we could see what she's been up to when she leaves Gotham at the end of the first movie. There were talks of a solo Clayface project, so that could be the thing. We could follow Clayface's journey and what that version of the character would look like in the Matt Reeves universe. I don't know, but I really do like the Joker angle. I feel like that could work really well, and that would be a show a lot of people would watch. Aside from this Batman news, even though DC and James Gunn are not going to be at San Diego Comic-Con, it is being reported that there is still going to be an announcement for the DC universe made during Comic-Con, so be on the lookout for that, and I wonder what exactly that could be. But anyways, guys, that is all movie news we currently have going on right now, and thanks so much for taking time out of my day to watch me talk some movie news. Don't be forgetting to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, follow me on Twitter at 3C Films or on TikTok at 3C Films. But as always, I'm Chris. Take care.